Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Frogan Reactions here, back with another video, and today we are kicking off the preseason.
Yeah, we're still in preseason. It's boring, but it's gotten a little spicy now, so we got some things to talk about. We're game 3 and game 4. Here we go. So, starting it off with Game 3 at home versus Montreal. I was in attendance, yes.
So John Tavares, first goal of the preseason for him. Marner and Riley picking up the assist, making them score 1-0 on a power play for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes, then in the second period, unfortunately, Christian Dvorak ties the game, first of the preseason. Barre Boulet assisting. Then Nicholas Robertson, who's been on a heater this preseason. First of the preseason unassisted.
And that's it.
And that's a 2-1 win victory for the Leafs. Stats were 17 shots on goal for the Canadiens, 34 for the Leafs. Leafs were 1 for 3 on the power play. Canadiens were 0 for 2 on the power play. 26 hits for the Canadiens, 13 for the Leafs, 13 blocks for the Canadiens, 10 for the Leafs. 21 giveaways for the Canadiens and 14 for the Leafs. The record this preseason is 1-1-1. Then we head to Montreal for the second half of this home-to-home with Montreal, and it was spicy. None of the stars are playing.
None of the stars were playing, but there was a guy named Cedric Pade who plays for the Marlies, last season, but played for the Leafs in this game. And Jesus, was this a fun one, guys. Okay, so there's a lot of people that were injured in this game. Patrick Laine and Ryan Bacher.
Yep.
To name a few. Cedric Pare going knee-on-knee with Patrick Laine. Mm-hmm. A boxing match ended up pursuing with Cedric Pare sparring with another guy. It was first 5 minutes of the game. That's what happened. A brawl, 2 injuries, and a knee-on-knee. Pretty much standard.
Was it Jackeye who went after Pare or something?
Yeah, it was Arbor Jackeye.
And he got himself a nice ejection. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it was.
It was a 7-minute power play, guys. 7-minute power play. What have you ever seen?
17 penalties.
I've seen 10 minutes, 10-minute game misconduct. I've seen 2 minutes. I've seen 5 minutes. Never have I ever seen a 7-minute power play in my life of watching hockey, which is 19 years.
Crazy.
Anyways, Nicholas Robertson starting off this goal after what a mess of 5 minutes. On a power play, Easton Cowan and Connor Timmins getting the assist, making the score 1-0 after 1.
Then in the third period, Nicholas Robertson continues his preseason adventures, scoring. Holmberg and Nice assisting. Then Kirby Dach picking up a goal for Montreal late in the third. Hudson and Suzuki picking up assists. Leafs would take a 2-1 victory. So Jackeye got fined in this game. $3K, whatever. Should have got suspended, but then they're saying that Pare should have got suspended for hitting Laine. Oh.
Okay, just wait till we get to the Ottawa game with the chicken wing.
So the stats of that game were 27 shots on goal for the Canadiens, 22 for the Leafs. Canadiens went 0 for 7, but they got power plays handed to them in silver and gold platters, and they did nothing with it. We got 1 for 4 in the power play. 41 penalty minutes for the Canadiens. 22 hits for the Canadiens, 16 for the Maple Leafs, 15 blocks for the Canadiens, 17 for the Maple Leafs. Record improves to 2-1-1 in the preseason, but it don't matter. And Yeah, then the next night, right? The next game for Montreal against Ottawa.
It was a nice one. In Mr.
So
Arbor Jackeye with the chicken wing, eh?
he goes after Tim Stützle, just goes BAM!
Chicken wing, no consequences, nothing.
Was there even a penalty called on
No,
that?
I don't even
Probably
know.
not.
But chicken wing, just a full on, overextended his arm, caught him with the elbow, and that's it for Tim Stützle.
Yeah, so I think Jackeye went after Kachuk or whatever, so they both got roughing. Then Jackeye got interference against the Stützle hit,
The chicken wing.
and he got a misconduct.
With that chicken wing.
So I believe they had, what did they have, 4 minutes power play or whatever? Anyways, Ottawa ended, or no, was it 5 minutes? Ottawa ended up scoring 3 times on this power play. They made Montreal pay fines for this by just lighting up the lamp. 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. Greg went into it with someone later in the game, I think. But my point in all this is that after the game, next day, they say there's no hearing for Jackeye. So you're telling me Department of Player Safety? Why are they called Department of Player Safety? Let me understand
They're not
that for a
Department of
second.
Player
If they're not gonna protect the players, then why? You got players getting injured left, right, and center because of this guy, and he's causing ruffles. It's preseason, not postseason.
Yeah.
What is happening? There's
Montreal
so many
isn't
top
gonna
players
make it
getting
to-
injured right now.
Montreal isn't gonna make it to the postseason.
Like, who does this guy think he is? And then the Montreal fans have the goal to defend their players and blame it on the other team because it's our fault. First it was the Leafs' fault. Now it's the Senators' fault. But the Senators are arguing against with the Canadians. And now we're just watching it all unfold because now that Montreal has to pay the price because their players got injured. Worse. Way
sucks.
worse than ours.
This preseason has been way too long.
Jackeye should not be doing this, and he should not be allowed. And based on what the NHL is sending a message, they're sending a message to Jackeye saying, "Go ahead, we don't care. Continue what you're doing."
Okay.
Because apparently it's legal to do that,
Now
which I think
we get into the final 2 games of the preseason. Thank the Lord.
finally.
Jesus Christ.
I hope that the league is in talks with the board of governors. Apparently, they might do a vote later this year or whatever about reducing preseason to 4 games and bringing the regular season up to 84 games. That would even out your individual
We don't even care.
divisional matchups.
Take the 2 games off the preseason. Don't add them to anywhere because we don't want any more games. 82 games is fine. Just like 32 teams are fine. No need to expand anymore. Jesus Christ. What do you want, a 40-team league? Come on, this is the NHL. Let's be considerate here. 32
By the
NHL
time you
teams,
get to those
nice
80
one.
games, it's like when's the playoffs?
And add 4 more games on top.
When's the playoffs? We're just waiting and waiting. By March, we're just counting down.
So it
the
just
days.
ends up being the preseason for the end of the season, basically.
Yeah, literally. The games don't matter because you've already clinched, so it's like, who cares? No point in getting injured. No point in playing your stars. So it's a waste of games.
Detroit, October 3rd. Finally, Jesus Christ, tomorrow. When we're recording this on Wednesday. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. puck drop. We're away. And then October 5th,
The final one.
final game of the preseason. Thank God. 7 p.m. puck drop. Toronto versus Detroit. You're probably not going to see any of the Stars. Maybe the Stars at the end of the game.
They're apparently going to make some cuts to the roster before Saturday, so we'll see what happens. Then we start the regular season off.
Finally.
Next week, we start the regular season in Montreal on Wednesday, October 9th. Then back-to-back on
New
Thursday against New Jersey, Sheldon Keefe reunion.
Sheldon.
And then we come home for the home opener of the regular
regular
season on Saturday, Hockey Night in Canada against none other than Pittsburgh Penguins. Kyle Dubas returns to Scotiabank.
I mean, he's already returned, so it doesn't matter. Kyle Dubas comes back. Re-returned. And then that's it, guys. And then that's it for the
It
week.
has been a boring week of preseason hockey, and we're just waiting and waiting for for that regular season hockey where it actually matters.
It's gonna matter. It's gonna come quick. And Craig Berube is gonna be behind the Leafs bench. Man, have I loved this guy. I can't say enough good words.
We said back last season in what was it, February? We were talking about how Sheldon Keefe was doing so bad. And we needed to fire him, and we needed to hire Craig Berube. We said it last season.
I said it.
Halfway through the season. Get rid of Keefe, hire Berube. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to keep Keefe and give him one last shot at the postseason. What ended up happening? Waste of time.
My list was as follows. Rod Brindamore, Rod the Bot, if we can somehow convince him to come to Toronto.
If he didn't resign.
Which he did, before the deadline, so it didn't matter. Before his contract expired. And then we had Craig Berube follow suit, and then we had Todd McLellan if we couldn't get Craig Berube. But we got Craig Berube. The Berubes is in Toronto, and he's going to push our boys. The Chief is back home.
Yes.
That's all we have to say.
So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Check out our gaming videos. They're getting spicier and spicier by the week.
Tide 2-2.
We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.